Okay, this is page 67, task 1. So I'll start off by reading the instructions given, the front view and auxiliary view of a right regular square prism, and we're also given a cutting plane AA and the starting point O, right? Okay, so this is the square prism. As you can see, we have an auxiliary view up there, and this is our front view of the prism. And if you check, the prism is tilted at an angle of 30 degrees, right? So this is our starting point O. Instructions: draw to scale 1:1, the given front view, a sectional top view, a sectional right view, and the true shape of the cut surface, right? Using the cutting plane AA. And we have to show all necessary construction. No hidden detail is required. Okay, so that means we have to draw this 4 views, right? So I'll start by drawing the given front view, which is this one here. But obviously I can't draw the front view without drawing the auxiliary view first. So I'll have to start by drawing the auxiliary view first. So our starting point O is right there. And if you check, obviously remember this prism is tilted at an angle. So I'll use this angle, right, to construct that auxiliary view up there. Okay. So I'll take my 30 by 60 and put it there, because remember this is a square, right? So I'll use my 45 by 45 set square. So I'll put my 30 by 60 there, and I'll just take my 45 by 45 set square. Then I'll just draw a line there and slide it up there, and draw a line as well this side from the starting point there. So obviously now I can just use my compass. Remember the sides of the square, it's 33 is given there. So I'll just measure 33 on my compass. 33, then I'll put my compass on that point, mark there and mark there. So I have a point there, I have a point there. Let me just confirm if this is 83. Okay, so now obviously I'll put my compass there, draw an arc up there, and put my compass on the point as well, draw an arc there. So that means I have a point there. So now I can just complete my auxiliary view there by just joining the points, just like that. Just like that. Okay, so this is our auxiliary view. As you can see there, it's a square. So now I'll just label the points. So this will be point 1, 2, this one will make it 3, and 4. So now, okay, so now I'm done with the auxiliary view. So now I'll add the XY line right there, and also I'll just project the points from the auxiliary view so that I can just draw the front view, right? So I'll start with the XY line. Or let me just project the points first, just like that. 2 and 4, they are on the same line, and we have point 3 there. Okay, so from the auxiliary view I'll just measure 10 millimeters, then draw or add the XY line there. So just add the XY line there, so it's X, Y. Okay, then from there I'll measure 10 millimeters, so that means my front view will start there. So I can just draw a line there, just like that. Okay, so remember we have the XY line there. Now I'm trying to draw the front view. So what's the height of the prism? The height is given there, it's 38. So I'll just mark off 38 from this line going down. So it's 38, 38 is somewhere there. So I can just draw that line like that. And then now I can just complete this line there, and we have a line in the middle there, just like that. Okay, so now I have to add the cutting plane. So we are given the dimensions there. So from this line, the cutting plane cuts this edge right there. So I'll have to measure 19 millimeters, and this side I'll measure 12 millimeters. So this side it's 12, mark a point there. This side it's 19, I'll just mark a point there. Then I can just add the cutting plane there. So this is our cutting plane, so I'll label that cutting plane AA. Okay, so I'm done with the front view. I added everything, yes. So I can just mark off that view. So the front view is complete. Then now I will try and draw the sectional top view, right? Okay, but before that, I'll have to label the points from our front view. Remember here we have 1. That means this line is line 1, 1. And here on this line we have 2 lines. So it's 2, 2, and 4, 4. So it's line 2, 2 and line 4, 4. Right? And here we have line 3, 3. Okay? So now I can just project all the points down so that I can just draw the sectional top view. Remember, solid geometry is always in first angle orthographic. The top view will be just at the bottom. The right view will be on the left hand side, and the left view will be on the right hand side. So it's very important for you to know the projections, the first angle and the third angle. So I'll just start by adding the XY line there. So remember, from the instructions you will have to draw the sectional right view as well. So where are you going to place the sectional right view? Remember, this topic is in first angle, so that means the right view will be on our left hand side. So our sectional right view will be this side, right? So when I add my XY line, I'll just extend that line to somewhere there so that I can draw the sectional right view somewhere there. Okay, so I can label my line there x1, y1. Okay, so I've projected all the points, right? So for me to come up with the sectional top view, obviously I'll use the auxiliary view and the front view, right? Okay, so I'll take my compass. I'll start with 1, this point here, point 1. Where is this point from the auxiliary view? Is right there. So I'll have to take this distance right there, right? Like that. So I'll use this line. So this is 1. So I'll mark there a point. So that means this is our first point. This is point 1, right? Okay, and then point 2. Put my compass on the XY line to that point. Point 2. Point 2 is up there. Then now I'll use this line because this point is 2. Then mark a point somewhere there. Okay, so this is our point 2, and point 3 is right there. Do the same, take that distance from the XY line. Then 3 is right here, so mark there 3. So this is point 3, and we also have point 4, 4 is right there. Then I'll use this line and mark there. Okay, so this is our point 4, so I can label that point 4, right? So obviously remember this is our top view, so obviously looking from the top we'll see that square surface there. We'll see a shape which is a square, so that means it's this shape right there. So I can just connect these points in light construction, because remember we have to draw a sectional top view, right? Not the complete top view. So I'll start by drawing this view in light construction, just like that. So remember, a prism has how many bases? Has a top base and the bottom base, right? So this is the first base, so I'll just try and construct the bottom base right there. So now what I have to do, I'll start with 1. I'll use those points. So 1 is right there, so I'll use this line. That means I can just project a straight line up to there. So this is point 1. And 2 is right here. Where is 2 from the front? 2 is right there, so I can just draw a line there to there. So this is point number 2. And 3 is this line, so I'll just project that. 3 will be there, so this is point 3. And 4 is on this line, so I'll just draw that line to this one, so I can label that point 4. So now I can just connect the points. So this is the base of this prism, like that. Just like that. So this is the top view in light construction, right? So now I'll have to try and come up with the cut surface of this prism. Obviously I'll use the cutting plane there. So from the top view, that means we are projecting this points there, and we'll remove this portion, right? In order for us to see the cut surface, we have to remove that portion there. So looking from the top, that means we'll remove that portion. So I'll just project this point first. So obviously the cutting plane is cutting line 1 1 there. So where is 1 1 from the top view? 1 1 is right there, so I'll have to project that point to that line. So just project that point to this line. So this is our first point of the cut surface, right? Okay, and then I move to this point. Remember here we have 2 lines, line 2 2 and line 4 4. So line 2 2 is there and line 4 4 is there. So I have to project this point from the front view down to line 4 4 and line 2 2. So we have 2 points there, right? Okay, so I can just connect these points because this is our cut surface, so I can just connect them like this. Okay, and then I move to the last point there. So when it comes to this point, because it's not clear, so I will just project this point up to the auxiliary view just to see which lines are we cutting there. So if you check, we have a point there, we have a point there. That means the cutting plane here, it's cutting line 3 4 and line 3 2. So where is line 3 4 here? Line 3 4 is there. So obviously that means we'll have a point there on that line. So it's a point there. Okay, and line 2 3 is there. That means I'll just extend that line to this line here, right? So that means we have a point there. So now I can just connect all the points. That means that's our cut surface, because this is the last point of the cutting plane. So I can just connect those 2 points like that, connect there, like that, and right there. Okay, so obviously this is our cut surface. I'll have to hatch this surface, so I can just use my set square there, like that. Okay, so this is our cut surface. Let me just highlight this part. That means we are cutting this prism right there. Right, so obviously this is the cut surface from the top view. Okay, so now I have to draw in the remaining part of this solid. So obviously we've cut this prism right there, and that means we've just removed this portion here. So now we're left with this lower portion here. So that means point 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 from the top base there. They're still there. We did not cut out those points. The points that are cut out is point 1, 2, 4 from the top base there. So that means this part here is still there, so I can just draw in that. So for this edge obviously it's line 4 4, so line 4 4 is there, but now I cannot draw a line all the way to point 4 up there, but we have to draw a line from 4 to that cut surface there, which is this point. It's this one here. That means I'll draw a line from there to here, not all the way to point 4. Why? Because that point is cut out now. It's no longer there. Same thing with 2. We have to draw a line from this point to the cut surface, not all the way. So I can just connect it like that. Okay. And then same thing with line 1 1. So line 1 1 is right there, so we have to draw a line from point 1 to the cut surface. So it's this point right here, so I can just draw that edge in like that, and then draw those 2 lines there. Just like that. So now I cannot draw these lines because those lines are hidden. Okay, so now let's check if we've added all the points. Remember, we've cut the prism here. Remember, point 3 is still there. Where is point 3? Point 3 is there. That means we have to draw that line in up to the cut surface. So we have a line there. So obviously we'll draw a line up to the cut surface there, and this side as well, just like that, because we did not cut out this point, so we need to add that point as well. So this is the complete sectional top view, because from the instructions they said no hidden detail is required. So this is the complete sectional top view. Okay, so now I can just mark off that